Okay, a little follow-up to that last video. The trail comes up and does a switchback and then comes towards me. So we thought I'd jump up here and take a look and see what the source of all this water is. And you can see right here, pretty significant erosion from one rain event. And that's what's dropping down onto that lower section of trail where I just was a minute ago. So one thing you can do through this area to help prevent this issue would be wattle throwing in, and you're basically just trying to dissipate the force of the water. But I wanted to go up and take a look and see what the true source is, and this is what you always do when you see, pretty significant erosion, especially from just one rain event, is go out and look. So we see some right here, and that's coming from, looks like a driveway up above me. We'll probably see it here in 1 second. And we're going up natural surface trail here. We're looking at probably 6 to 8 feet wide, just a short run. You can see my bicycle up to the right there. But here we see the real problem. And that is a sidewalk. And this sidewalk is sloped towards me. And it is not absorbing any moisture whatsoever. Basically, it's 100% runoff. And there may be additional runoff coming off of the street. Let's take a look at that as a possibility. But in a rainstorm, again, this open to the sky. Water hits this sidewalk with a fair bit of velocity. Things in motion want to stay in motion. That's a pretty basic physics principle. And we turn the corner here and we see that there is the potential that some water is getting onto this from the driveway, but not a lot. So it's just really this section of sidewalk that is the Trail Tread watershed. Again, we were looking and we saw some problems from this yard here. That's surface runoff because there's no vegetation. As that vegetation becomes something significant, that will stop that runoff. That's really what we need there is vegetation. But we see coming down, again, I'm going downhill. So water's really picking up a fair bit of volume and velocity. And then it turns the corner and heads down to where we were before. But there is another piece to this puzzle, and that is the silt fence. And there's a trench on the back side of the silt fence. And even though it may be capturing the silt itself, I don't see a lot of signs that silt has gotten through the silt fence, but water certainly can get through that. So that is also draining on to this section of sidewalk, and it's part of this Trail Tread watershed that we were looking at. That's problematic down below. Hope this is helpful. Just to encourage you to always look around, go up trail. You can't solve a problem right where you're standing when you see a problem. Oftentimes you need to go further up the trail, uphill on the trail, to try to start mitigating the problem further away from the first problem site that you may encounter. All right, thank you.